Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We are back for more of that ReZero God Sauce. This being the third episode of the second season, or episode 28 overall. It's tea time. Like, what else can I say? Apparently, it's tea time, right? From what we left off with at the end of the previous episode, which apparently how you pronounce her name is Ekidona. How she said it, I think I was pronouncing it like Echidna or something like that, but how she said her name, apparently it's Ekidona, which she's the Witch of Greed. So what the hell is going on with her? I'm calling her a fiend. Maybe it's a little unfair, and maybe not, but hey, maybe it's a little unfair to call her a fiend because I really haven't had anything with her. I don't know her, but just because that whole thing is around her, the Witch of Greed, that's really why I guess I'm calling her a fiend, which maybe it's not right, but we'll see what we have with her. But I mean, obviously we saw what happened with Amelia, the carriage. Subaru's kind of just who knows where right now by himself. He had that elf girl lead him to Ekidona. It was like shit happened. Next thing we know, Subaru's face to face with a witch, the Witch of Greed. So we'll see what happens in this. I'm kind of excited in a way, nervous, a bunch of mix of emotions. That's usually how I am when it comes to, I feel like, almost every episode of ReZero. But we'll see what it is. We'll see what we have with this episode, guys. We're starting at the very beginning, 0 seconds, and we're gonna get here. She is right here. We're gonna get into it in 3, 2, 1, play. No OP? They start off with the credits like that. Yeah, you hear her, Ekidona. Ekidona is how apparently you pronounce it. The Witch of Greed. How could you not be though? Like, that's me. She's a tender young maiden. Okay. Oh, okay. Exactly. Exactly. That's why I'm calling you a fiend. That's why I'm alarmed too. That's a fair point. At least she acknowledges that, and she laughs. Hey, you're in Windows XP, bro. What do you mean? You weren't physically moved anywhere. You were invited to my tea party. Nice. A witch's tea party. And you the only one here? That's what she's worried about. That's what she's worried about, the damn tea. Okay, Subaru sits right down and drinks it. Right. I think that's produced here. A body fluid of hers. Yo, she's laughing too. She's fascinating herself, to be fair, already. Like, facts. Big facts, though. Big facts, though. She is kind of pretty, though. I'll give it to her. Not kind of. She actually is really pretty. Right? Most people vomit when they see. I mean, she's a witch of greed, so that look in her eyes, though. He could probably get a lot of shit he don't know or information out of this, or something like for both of us to exist. Okay, so this is where we at. This is where we at. Witch of Gluttony who created the beast that defied the world. Are they gonna go into all the witches? The Witch of Lust. I have to remember these names. Granted emotions of non-human beings. The Witch of Wrath. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so. I know Beko has talked about this like briefly before. The Witch of Sloth. Drove a dragon past the great waterfall for just. Witch of Pride, and they kind of. I think these are the characters we saw. What was it in the OP? Right? They kind of flashed them, if I remember correctly. Like I think it was towards the beginning of the OP, right? Embodiment. That's what it looks like, at least. The Witch of Envy, who killed them all. She made the whole world her enemy. This is what Beiko was talking about before, if I remember correctly. Like how when they say the witch, they're only referring to Satala. She just gave us that huge bit right there, like it was nothing, pretty much. And just look at like use envy witch factor. Okay, okay. I mean, it is her damn body fluid. It's one of her body fluids. I guess I'll believe you. Like, he said, huh? She is really like damn fine though. I gotta say, like, and I kind of like she's creepy, but she also has this certain side to her that I'm like actually like. You know, it's like, are we in a graveyard right now? The witch's graveyard, and where all their souls are, then, right? The sanctuary. That's what it is. Because if all the other witches are dead or were killed or whatever by Sata, then they're all here. That means Ram's here, right? Or they should still be here or in the vicinity. She really wants him to ask her some things. She wants to sit down and chat some more. I'm the great witch of green. You don't want to yet. Look at her, bro. Oh my god. See, like she has this certain side of her, but she also has these creepy aspects. So I'm kind of conflicted, you know. Like, what compensation you talking about here? A vow. So that information, what he just learned there, he's not allowed to talk about it. Tri- Trial of the sanctuary. Okay. All right. See what I mean? See, yeah, like see what I mean? Like, oh my god, dude. She's something else, bro. She is something else entirely. Like, I kind of like it though. I kind of like it. I cannot lie. Like how she is. I was still right to kind of call her a fiend though because she does have, but she's not fully a fiend, I guess. Like, because there are some bits we saw of her there from the first impression that I'm like, okay, I actually kind of like you. You're actually kind of funny. Okay, there's Otto in the carriage. Is that Akamoto? Yo, this is the character I've been waiting to get introduced to. Yep. Oh, let's fucking go. I could tell instantly Akamoto's voice, and is he? He's gonna be the dude's probably crazy. I think his name's Garfield. Like he's probably crazy if Akamoto's playing him. Yep. My goat, Akamoto on the voicing him. Yep, she's still here. Big sigh of the relief. This man was just waiting out here. Subaru's just like so like, what the heck's going on right now? Just yeah, just let her bite him like that, like the whole one side of his arm or his body. Okay. Oh, okay. Just body slamming dragons. Nice. Like it's nothing. I'm not really surprised, but this dude have some kind of like superhuman crazy strength or something though. Maybe that's what they're getting at here. He stopped right in his tracks. She told him to be worried about you. And they look similar too, Frederica and Garfield. Like they probably are related. That's what I would think, right? They literally look so similar. Garfield. Yep. You're the one they told us to worry about, and I can see why. What, Otto, you just gotta keep doing your job, boy. You call that an apology? Puzzle muscle. What is this? How is he talking here? Like what? Some of the lingo or the words he's using, man. She instantly, instantly protects a man. We gonna see Ram again. I figured. I mean, because we were around here, I was figuring she had to be. Yeah, that's when she. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is he a beast as well? Think sure is a place where demi-humans. Okay. So he has probably the beast whole thing like Frederica, I would imagine. And then that would explain Ram, obviously, right? It looks like it doesn't deserve that kind of a name. Dead end testing ground. Okay, well this doesn't sound pleasant at all. Ram. Oh, it's just this is gonna be painful because of the whole thing with Rem. It's gonna be painful because what she has no clue, right? And it's just like it's just like she's been around, right? They instantly they're teasing each other, or she's teasing him. Garf. And Garf sounds like barf, kind of. Okay, so Garfield like feels a certain way towards Ram. I mean, just from what he said in the carriage, he didn't want Ram, giving it to him, beating him up or something. So he obviously has a certain thing towards Ram. probably thinking of Rem in his head, right? Like, has to be something he's thinking about. Oh yes. Oh yes. Definitely. See, a part of him is thinking about that. Amelia could tell he was having a hard time kind of talking there or spitting it out, whatever it was. Obviously, we kind of know what it is, but Amelia stepped in there because she knew he was having trouble. Yep. Yep. You figured like that would be probably the first thing, even before teasing him. She would have asked about Rem. That would have been the first thing. But we know what the deal is with that. I hope so. I think we will. It's just gonna take a while. Probably. Roswell. Okay, he's like fully bandaged up from head to toe. Now I can't. Now I can't slug you. Right. Right. Dude, the look in his eyes right there too. Like we saw that with a few characters already in this episode. The glint in their eyes. That I love when they do that. This is where she met her end. This is where she was killed by Satala. Like this exact where we're at right now. The witch's graveyard. What a coincidence, though, too. Okay, they really stressed that. But it's like when you refer to Satala, you just say the witch. You know, like you don't say Satala. Yeah, I think that's maybe what he was getting at right there, in a way. Like the other witches are obviously different than Satala. They can't leave. Oh, and now you two. And now you two. They're restricted from leaving? It was the trial of the sanctuary that she was talking about earlier, Akidona. So that's why Roswell got that way. He wanted to get out of here. He took the trial and he got. We see. Only her. Only Amelia. And look, you got kids. Just obviously they probably don't want to stay here. They want to go back to where they're from, where they're used to. At least they're safe though. Like right? At least they're safe. Does that mean we can go back? No, not now. No, not gonna be me. Yeah, we know he would try to do it, or he would do whatever he'd have to do it. But it's Amelia. Some, some mixed reactions. Aw. Like I said, some mixed reactions, which we know some of the villagers and all that have kind of been warming up to getting used to Amelia, but a lot of them still obviously haven't, and we know why. Just tell us what it is. I kind of respect that. Wow. Be honest. Be 100% with them like she is. That's a beautiful reason. Love that reason. Aw, my girl, EMT. That was that was beautiful. Look at all them smiles. They all bowing to her now. I like that though. Definitely. Definitely. This is the ED. We didn't have the OP in this episode. We are here in the ED. We're just not getting any visuals. It sounds really nice though. That means she's been approved. Okay. We trying it right off the bat like this? Oh, I don't know about all that. Like, yeah, I really like this song, man. Holy crap! I can't really hear it fully, like, because they're talking over and whatnot. But okay, the light's not supposed to. All right, there's already something wrong. There's already something wrong. Great, great. Okay, now it's glowing again as Subaru rushes towards it. Has he been accepted? Great. Great. We just started. It's already. First, you need to face your own past. Wait, what? Don't tell me this man's in his fucking room, bro. No. Wait, what? His dad? Wait, what? No way. Look at his reaction. Wait, what? What, bro? No. When I saw him laying in the bed, I was like, okay, I don't recognize where this is at all. You need to face your own past. We see the figures on his dad, naked, by the way, jumping into his bed. What? No. They're about to go into this finally. Like, now, I don't know if he's, like, I don't think he's actually there, right? But it's going to be some way they spin it or do it to where he's, I guess, dude, we're about to go into this man's past, bro. We're about to go into this man's past that we've really had nothing, like, jack shit about. Yeah, right? Like, oh my god, bro. Just seeing his dad there, like, that's how Subaru's gonna be when he's older. By the way, that's how that man's gonna be. I feel like 100%. I definitely see where Subaru, where just from that. This is the first time we saw his dad. Well, we saw him like in OP or whatever, but this is the first time we actually saw his dad, heard his dad, and I just from that couple second clip, I can see why why Subaru is the way he is. Like some of those traits or the personality, like. It's already right there, like just from that. But what, bro? Like it's so funny, but it's mind blowing at the same time because, like I said, we're finally about to go into this man's past. Like, but already, Amelia goes to apparently take the trial. She's accepted, of course. Something bad happens already. Like man, we're doing this already. Like we're going into this. We don't really like. I guess we don't even really know anything about it. I mean, we saw what it did to Roswell, right? But I mean, really, we don't know anything about like the trial itself, I guess, right? Or like, I don't know, but I mean, we saw Amelia passed out. It started glowing again when Subaru was charging towards it, so apparently he was accepted as well. I guess I maybe shouldn't really be surprised about that, but then we see first you gotta face your past. That's nuts, dude. And if like the stuff with Echidna, like with the witches, which I remember Beiko did talk about that, like when they talk about the witch in this world, they're pretty much just talking about Satala. But like I remember her mentioning something along the lines, and I think Echidna even went into it. She even said it in this episode again to kind of like reiterate it or to maybe remind us. I don't know, but I remember Beiko saying something about like the witch of greed or the Witch of Envy, Satala, killing all the other witches, sucking the world dry, that whole thing. I think she even said a lot more than that, or a bit more than that. But I do remember that. I do remember Beiko going into that. So for us to kind of see like the cutouts though, which I think we did see them in the OP. They flashed them, if I remember correctly, at the beginning of the OP, or it was with something where they showed. I guess that was the witches then. That they showed. I mean, we got their names even in this. We saw kind of like their outlines and kind of what each of them represent or what each of them kind of did or was responsible for, So, and if Echidna if we see her, that means we're gonna see the other witches as well, in one way or another. Whether it's here in the witches' graveyard or whatever, that's, I guess, a possibility now because I mean we're seeing Ekidona and she's technically dead, right? If I'm correct about that. So I mean we're seeing her obviously, but that whole thing, and like I said with Ekidona, she is definitely she's a little creepy, definitely, but she also has these other things about her that I'm like, okay, I actually kind of like what we have with her, just some of her interactions there with Subaru, her reactions, the way she was kind of like doing a little pout dance or something like that. Like I don't know, I was actually kind of feeling Ekidona. I gotta say from what we had in this episode with her, which is just like I would say her official introduction. We did see her at the end of the previous episode, but this here, Garfield. I mean, if Akamoto's playing him, he's pretty much going to be an energetic, kind of crazy, loudmouth character, right? And I think Garfield fits the bill for that, just from what we got from him in his introduction in this episode. But I'm really feeling Garfield so far. I definitely need more. Obviously, I think we are going to get more. I think he is related to Frederica. Like he has to be related to Frederica. Honestly, at least that's what I'm thinking. I mean, they literally look pretty much the same. Just one's a boy, one's a girl. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but they definitely look like they're at least related. I'm not gonna say like brother or sister or anything like that, but they definitely seem like they're related. So we'll see though, man. They leave us off on another freaking cliffhanger like this, man. Like, chill, chill. But we'll see what happens with this. We're finally going into this though. Subaru's past, and this trial. This shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy. So yeah, guys, let me know what you all thought of this episode of ReZero. If you guys did enjoy my reaction, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.